Hello everybody, YSGuru here. We're gonna play Download 2 today. Let's check it out.
Download それは人間の自我パターンをコンピューターメモリに取り込みネットワークの中で生きることを可能にしたハイテクノロジーの結晶である。
I'm getting dead of the brain vibes here. So I had a request for this game, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a full playthrough for you guys. Try to explain the story. And this is by NEC, one of my favorite companies. They mostly just make computers, of course, in Japan, but they did make some games. I'm actually really impressed by the intro of this game. I mean the title screen, not the intro, but just the title. They did a lot of work on just the game's title here. So it's like, yeah, make the title as cool as possible. So one of the problems, I think, with this game is the sound. And not just that terrible beeping, which is an awful sound. But we're gonna wake up here with a nude guy. Oh, hey, is that you, Snake? Smoking in bed. But yeah, the problem with this game is the sound over is over the actual speaking, so it's incredibly hard to hear what the heck is going on. And that's unfortunate because this is a CD game, and so you'd think that you'd have nice tracks for the actual speaking. But unfortunately, the digitized music is just too loud. Hey, some final queso power. I'm also getting like Fifth Element vibes here. You got the hero in his apartment, watching the news. So apparently there was some kind of data leak or escape, or some data was stolen. And of course we're going to be the ones to go find it. In a nutshell. Now this game is a shooter, but as a shooter it gets pretty bizarre over times because you've got this sort of Matrix kind of thing going on. We've got our lovely heroine. Hey, good morning, Sid. So we've got Final Fantasy's Sid here. Sid seems to appear in every single game in existence. So they're talking about the police have already, gone out to try to capture whoever stole this mysterious data. But our main character here is kind of like a detective. And as I mentioned, even though I'm still talking and kind of interfering, it's really hard to hear what the heck they're saying in Japanese. Even a Japanese person would have a, tricky time hearing the story. I just like, he just walks all nonchalant, unconcerned. It's like, let's just do this. Just get into our ship. You know what? This ship looks a lot like the one from, what is it? That pre-release game on the Turbo Duo, Gates of Thunder, or Gate of Thunder. Such an awesome shooter. Well, we'll see how this one works out as a shooter. So first we've got our normal weapon. And I did do a little bit of practice before this video, so I'll try to show a nice, clean playthrough. But you have 5 different weapons that you could choose from depending on the situation. And you can switch at will, which is pretty nice. You've got a laser weapon, and a lightning kind of weapon, and a heat-seeking one. And when you get the P power-ups, it powers up your weapon. The S powers up your speed. What's nice is that it powers up each of your weapons. So this is the heat-seeking one. I think I prefer this one the most. It you know, it's pretty nice, even though it doesn't have a lot of firepower, but seeking the enemy is always a nice thing, especially if there are enemies behind you. But what's really unique and interesting about this shooter, among other shooters, is how bizarre the levels get. And you'll be seeing that pretty soon when we jack into the internet. And you'll see why this is called download. This laser weapon is really powerful, but I'm always annoyed at how it sort of clips the graphics. The other weapons don't do this, but this laser one kind of messes with some of the graphics. So I'll try not to use it too much. But yeah, the game starts out, you know, it's more or less a basic, shooter, but as you'll see, things get pretty weird pretty quickly. Yeah, definitely like Gate of Thunder vibes. The ship looks like it, and even the area, some of the areas look like it. But music is pretty good for the levels. It's just that during the cutscenes and the speaking scenes, it's just they use way too loud of music. Blue power-up is kind of a shield that, gives you the kind of 3 hits of normal weapons, but if you hit a wall or something, you're killed instantly anyway. Also, by the way, this game has a very bizarre secret bonus mode when you complete the game, and I'll show that at the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned to the end, because there's going to be some really weird stuff happening. Oh, I could actually survive being there. I was thinking I had to run under him. As you can see, this weapon kind of clips, you know, through graphics, making it look a little weird. But it just does a lot of damage. Alright, so a typical shooter, right? Nothing special to see here. I love the attention to detail there. They have his reverse thruster slowing him down. Boy, talk about claustrophobic.
どういうことだ。これで戦闘システムじゃねえか。なんだお前は。
It's like, who are you?
さてはポリスが雇った野良犬だな。
Are you the police coming after me?
貴様か犯人。
You are the culprit, aren't you?
犯人？人聞きの悪いことを言わないでほしいな。
So I don't want you to just suddenly say bad things about, you know, people that you don't know.
一体何のデータをハックしたんだ。
So he's wondering what kind of data this guy stole.
偉大なる帝王の頭脳を
And from this point in the game, it starts to get difficult, wondering if you're in the real world or the, you know, digital world.
やれるもんならやってみるがいい。言っておくが、ダウンロードはとっくに終わっているのだ。
He finished the download already of the data that he stole. So he's like, just try and come and, you know, get me or take it back or whatever. So whatever this stolen data is, it's pretty valuable.
行くぞ、モトローだ。
Outway, my friend.
So, yeah, there's an AI as part of his ship, which is, you know, semi-sentient. But here we go. So we're going to download... And man, all that headgear would make me nervous, that's for sure. I find it amusing that it's all English there for the computer stuff there, for the sieving process. And now we're gonna jack into the computer system. You got total, like, Johnny Mnemonic vibes, or, you know, Matrix. Or Lawnmower Man, for those of you that actually know what Lawnmower Man is. I have the power! Yeah, I totally like the classic Lawnmower Man, you know, hacking into the computer system. Oh boy, so we're going to continue here, but things have suddenly gotten weird, as you'll notice. And man, that's really weird. As you move up and down, the background sort of moves. Yeah, some of this game kind of reminds me of Parodius, or Sexy Parodius, where you start to get some really bizarre enemies or bizarre looking stages. A lot of weird stuff going on. And then you start to question, is this the real world? And then you start hearing Morpheus in the background asking you which pill you want to take. Whoa, what are these saw blades? Yeah, this laser is really powerful, but I'll try to use other weapons so that the graphics don't get so messed up. Now, I'm not sure, like, if these letters spell out some kind of secret message. Whoa. As you can see, this is pretty weird for a shooter. Does that say Nero? I'm not sure if there's like a hidden message in that wall. Whoa! Controls are reversed. My ship is upside down, actually. Well, that was quick.
シド、大変よ。ターゲットが暴走したわ。
The target's gone crazy, huh?
同じメモリー領域にいた民族評議会はどうなった？
暴走の影響で壊滅したわ。復旧不能。
なんだと。
So I assume she's helping us on the outside,
みたいね。
and we're on the inside of the computer system.
民族評議会のウィーン本部へ入り込んだらしいの。
よし。とりあえず俺もウィーンへ飛んでみる。ディーバー、そいつの正体を調べてくれ。
So he wants her to look into the truth of the data, whatever data was stolen.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, hey, he's not the Sid from Final Fantasy. He's Sid with a Y. My bad.
だんだん面白くなってきたな。
Didn't know how his name was spelled. So his computer was talking to him there. Let's go, Sid. And he said, things are going to get pretty interesting, aren't they, partner? So we still don't know what this secret data is that was stolen, but if you look at the cover of this game, you can guess. So it's not really going to be a big surprise. Now I assumed that I was kind of back in the real world at this point, but things start to get vague. It's like, you know, first of all, the stage is pretty weird. You got this like Roman Catholic, or Roman, not Catholic, Roman Greek, something or other sort of scenario. Oh boy. Moving walls. Oh boy. That's tight. Come from behind too and change direction. I find myself questioning, like, am I in the real world? Or was the logout just fake and I'm still in the cyber world? By the way, this game is the sequel, Download 2. There was an original, Download 1, which I have not played, but I've heard it's actually pretty good. And in some aspects better than this one. Whoa, we have the Venus statue with some issues. And I don't mean nudity. Which is why I wonder if I'm in the real world or somewhere else. And I have no idea if I'm doing damage here or not. Apparently so. Now it is Terminator Venus. Get your hands off me! I'm using the heat seeker because it's nice to destroy all the sort of flowers that are falling down. Okay, not too bad. As long as you keep moving. See, now are we hacking in again? So I suppose when we have one of these cutscenes, we're hacking into the system. But there comes a point, like, where his brain, if you hack in too many times, like Lawnmower Man, you start to be confused about what is reality and what is not reality. Such amazing effects to show you logging into a computer network. But no, honestly, I really like the kind of trippy theme of you know, having this mind hack sort of concept where you're logging into the computer system to look for stolen data. And if you ever wondered what inside of a computer looked like, this is what it looks like. Whoa, trippy. Background's changing. Oh hey, now we're at the beach with cute girls. With their beach balls attacking me. And Triton. So the background is actually attacking you in this stage. Whoa, more trippy transformations. I mean, this is a really old game, but I'm kind of impressed with the some of the effects. It's got some really interesting effects going on. So like each time the background changes, the kind of the set of enemies changes. And apparently I can't destroy these things because they're in the background. I'm kind of skipping the speed ones because I feel like I'm fast enough, and any faster makes it harder to dodge. Okay, this looks weird. Oh, I'm being scanned. So I'm gonna have to fight duplicates of myself, apparently. Well, the blue ones disappeared pretty quick. Don't seem to be making much oh, okay, I got rid of the brown ones now. Okay guys, I actually spent like 5 minutes just shooting at them because they were flashing, but apparently not doing any damage. You have to use all your different weapons at this boss, which is kind of interesting. So, you know, brown for the brown, or the heat seeker, green, this lightning for the green, and then the last one, oh, I don't know. I guess anything works for the final piece there. Sid, I know what the true target is. Or the data, you know. It's a data backup of the greatest evil of our time. Or of time itself. It's like now the safety of the entire world is at stake. So we're gonna have a moment here because we're gonna go into something super dangerous. But basically she revealed there that it's Hitler's brain data that was stolen. And so they're gonna upload all of Hitler's brain data into, you know, an actual brain so that we can reproduce a new Hitler. That's what the villains are doing.
No problem.
No problem, Sid. So we're gonna have to go and stop this from happening. And yeah, it would be kind of a cool premise for this game, sort of a shock, oh, what the heck? Hitler's brain's data still alive? I guess Weird Al was right when he said they're keeping Hitler's brain alive inside a jar. So before Hitler is revived, we're gonna have to go and get this data. But yeah, it's kind of no surprise because there's actually a picture of Hitler on the front of this game. I assume for the time being I'm kind of back in the real world. Although I'm not sure what a real world with monkey statues is like in the Alps. This game has a decent number of stages. There's 9 in total, but they are a little short, so that was a little bit of a disappointment. Oh hey, there's a Star Wars walker. But I guess sometimes a short stage is also a good thing. Give me that. Gotta have power-ups. But yeah, for a shooter, has a decent number of stages, whereas a lot of shooters you only have like 5 or 6 stages. Don't stick your tongue out at me. I don't know what the tongue thing is about. Whoa! Yeah, I think certain weapons are better at certain bosses. But it's nice to have the variety of switching. And here we go again. The jack-in scene, which I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. It's the same animation. Oh, see, now this is what is the G for? This is one of those stages like in Sexy Parodius that you can go up or down forever. Whoa, see, my vehicle is just way too fast now. Hard to control. Too many of the speed up power-ups, I think. Okay, so I think I'm in the cyber world here. Because we had one of those jack-in scenes. Oh hey, it's Kaminarimon. It's like a mix of Japanese and Chinese influence or something. Yeah, like Buddha style stuff, as well as shrine stuff. Yeah, I can like scroll down or up as far as I want. It's kind of a cool effect. Don't see too many shooters with, the kind of effect where the screen is actually farther than what you can see. Whoa! Get away from me. Yeah, heat seekers are the way to go.
ジャックアウトだも取ろうだ。
邪魔だな。わしの邪魔をするのは。
There he is.
姿を現したな。
何者か愚か。私は敵のように
And his revival is at hand.
お前の腐った野望は俺が叩き潰してやる。
しの方こそ叩き潰してくれる。
And of course, he says someone like me can never stop him, one of the greatest minds of all times. And of course, we just have the usual spiel here. Sid saying, you know, you're not going to get away with this. I'm not going to let you do it. And we're going to take him apart. We're going to take Hitler apart, that is. And he says, you know, try it. Okay, see, with that scene, it feels like we've actually come back. Okay, so using that data, we found the location of where the data was being downloaded. Let's fight Sido. I think it would have been an interesting twist if the AI on your ship like goes rogue or gets taken over by Hitler. That would have been another fun twist. Okay, stage 8. We got 2 stages to go. Like, why do they always give you a shield power-up when you don't need it? I always wondered that. So many games, like, there's no enemies around, and they just give you a shield power-up. It's like, give me one of those when I really need it, when my shield has been totally damaged. But then, of course, it would be too easy. What is the E? Occasionally the power-ups are a little weird. It's like they've got different letters on them, and I'm not sure what they do. Maybe you're supposed to spell a word? Oh, hey, big guy. Whoa, stop throwing your parts at me. Apparently, Hitler lives in a giant castle.
Diego, 奴を見失った。行き先はわかるか?
シド、どうしても行くの?
So we lost sight of the target. So asking her, you know, where he's gone, and but she's worried that, like, are you the one that really has to do this?
敵はそちらに向かってるわ。
そうか。よし。ラストファイトだ。
But Sid is determined.
シドを頼んだわよ。
So she's a Deva, and the AI of our. She asked the AI of our computer. Oh, there's Hitler. She asked the AI of our computer to, you know, take care of us. That's why the computer said, "Okay, Deva." Ooh. Feel free to come inside me. That's a little disturbing. So while Hitler is trying to be reborn, we're going to jack into his data here. So for the final stage, we're actually going to download into Hitler's mind. Wow, first we had Attack on Titan and now Terminator. And now we're back to Johnny Mnemonic. And that music gets you hyped, doesn't it? Oh wow, so we got swastikas in the background with all the sort of bloody corpses. I noticed in this stage a lot of the things are German. You've got like German tanks. You've got like dreadnoughts and various like German style enemies. So this is what it looks like in Hitler's brain, if you ever wondered. Although to be honest, this kind of looks like a Contra stage, a final Contra stage. Can't believe that missed me. Whoa, that tank has feet on it. That's a little creepy. All right, bring it on, Hitler. Did try to practice this part before uploading the video, but I did have many deaths on this boss. Because you know, Hitler is pretty powerful. Surprisingly, the green stuff at the top of the screen doesn't kill your ship. Am I even doing damage? Okay guys, I made a quick cut there. Literally, I've been fighting this guy for 5 minutes. I don't think this weapon is, you know, it doesn't really get in there and get very many hits in because of all the things he spawns, but it's just the safest weapon to use. But it takes a long time. Whew. So right, we used our mind hack to destroy him. But we're having difficulty logging out. It's telling the ship we don't have enough energy to get out. It's like if you use too much energy, all of your energy is going to be used up. It's like, you're gonna use all your energy to help me to jack out? Goodbye. Thank you, my friend. Don't do it. So the ship is gonna force log us out, using its remaining energy to save Sid's life.
よかった気がついたのね
You're awake.
残念だけど
But sadly, we lost our AI
あな
friend.
たが無事でよかった
Maybe the AI friend's data is in the cat's brain now? Just kidding, I'm not sure. And we saved the world, everybody, from Hitler's second return. And that was Download 2. A pretty interesting shooter. I'm actually curious to try the first one now. And believe it or not, this game actually has an anime episode that was sort of made with it. I'm not sure how long it is. I've never seen it. But there's the first game, Download, and then Download 2, and then there's an anime. So, yeah, I guess the producers or the staff must have had quite a decent budget or something, or there was enough interest that they actually made an anime based on this story. So if you're curious about this game, you might want to check that out. I don't know how readily available it is. But yeah, kind of an interesting shooter. You know, it's just your basic, typical shooter from back in the day, but it also has a really weird twist to it where some of the stages are just really bizarre. And you have bizarre enemies, and you're not quite sure if you're, in the real world or if you're hacked into the tech world or whatever. I mean, they could have made the computer world look a little more, kind of robotic or, graphical, like you're inside a machine, but instead they made it all bizarre and creepy looking, like you're actually in a dreamscape, which is kind of an interesting way to do it. So yeah, it was fun. Different approach to a shooter game. And once again, as I said near the beginning, I'm going to show you this very weird, trust me, very weird extra mode that you can do at the end of the game once you beat it. If you hold up and button 2 and select, when you have kind of the final NEC logo here at the very end of the credits, if you hold that, you unlock a very, very weird extra mode where you can replay the game again, but all the enemies are replaced with things that are even more unexplainable and bizarre. Basically, there's like tons of mascots and things from like Japanese products, Japanese characters, and some of these faces you might actually recognize. Japanese movies, Japanese anime. It's basically a parade of copyright infringement, and that's why it's hidden. So right here you hold the buttons during this NEC Avenue suffix screen, and then I'll give you a little taste of what this game is like the second time through. It's even weirder. So if you look down at the bottom, you can see Ultraman there. And I'm just going to quickly run through a couple of the stages just to show you all the enemies have changed. And you can see how many of them that you recognize. Sadly, none of the bosses have really changed. These mini-bosses haven't changed either. But a lot of the the kind of, you know, basic enemies have changed. Yeah, I think I saw Sazai-san, and of course there's Ultraman there at the bottom. And there's a KFC reference. But yeah, if this was like the normal mode, then I'm sure that the game wouldn't be sold at all, because of all these copyright characters. A lot of them are from like Japanese snacks or treats, and like, you know, company mascots for some, you know, Japanese cookies or crackers and that sort of thing. Oh wow, I'm not sure what he's from. The countdown things actually have a katakana message now. But yeah, you'll have to let me know which of these characters you recognize. Some of them I know, some of them I don't think I've seen before. If the game wasn't trippy enough, then playing through it a second time, with all the enemies changed to these Japanese characters, is definitely making it even weirder. I don't know what those frogs are from. He's got like a barcode on his face. I know him. I don't know the anime. What is that? It's not the Kewpie mascot, is it? This is probably one of my favorite stages. We have the KFC buckets coming in and they explode into Kentucky Fried Chicken! Yeah! That's the way it should have been the first time you play this stage. So yeah, the game actually gives you quite a different experience playing through it the second time with all these enemy changes. I don't know if it was a joke or just for fun, but it's pretty wild. I'm trying not to shoot everything up so you can, you know, see some of the mascots before I kill them. But I'm also kind of trying to survive. More KFC for me. I wonder if some of these companies actually know that all this product placement is in this game. It's like, by the way, your KFC chicken appears in a game called Download 2. Did you know that? Hey, there's Kappa. Yeah, I just have no clue what's going on here. What is that guy? I have yet to see Chibi Maruko-chan. Yeah, a lot of these, you'll have to maybe pause the video to see if you recognize some of the characters. Hey, there's some cup ramen. I'm not sure who Triton is replaced with there. And hey, there's a Roger Rabbit or something. And carrots are falling down instead of the leaves from before. A lot of these characters, remember, are, back in the 90s, so many of them may not be recognizable. But if you're a fan of old classic anime and Japanese snacks and the like, you may recognize many of them. Recognize him, I just don't know which snack that comes from. It's like that ramen, peanuts ramen snack or something. Whoa! That almost looked like Crayon Shin-chan coming out of there, but I don't think that's who it is. So much better the second time through. But yeah, I just wanted to show a few stages in this mode for you guys, just for fun. So that was Download 2, very interesting and bizarre shooter. And we get to fight Hitler. Wow. Pretty wild, pretty cool stuff. Thanks for watching this video, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you all in the next bizarre Japan gameplay video. じゃあ皆さん、またね